And we are live. Woo-hoo.
Yay!
Yay! Hey everyone. It is Eileen and Suzanne.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Yes, thank you for joining in. Let me just make sure. Here we are. Okay, great. Woo-woo. So, hi, thank you for joining in, everyone. So, this is Conversations with Eileen. I know a lot of you join in every week. And every single Wednesday at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am on here interviewing fabulous female entrepreneurs who are making such a difference and an impact in the world. And this week I have the lovely Suzanne Morgan. Say hi to Suzanne, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And I'm going to share in a minute, how amazing Suzanne is. She has a biography. I cannot wait for you to hear her story. But first, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. As you know, I am the author of the upcoming book, Your New Life Starts Now, that will be coming out April 2022. So excited. And I am a speaker, a lifestyle design coach, and a stylist. And I'm so enjoy you all coming here every week and, coming in for the lives. And I hope you get a lot of value from it. And Suzanne, my lovely guest, let me just share her bio with you. So Suzanne has a 700-hour yoga teacher certification. Wow. And has been teaching for over 18 years. She's registered as an EYRT 500 with Yoga Alliance as an advanced teacher, demonstrating that she has taught over 4,000 classes as a yoga teacher. She's also a certified, and I want to make sure I pronounce this right. It's IIU practitioner?
Ayurvedic.
Okay, awesome. And certified health coach. And she's also the owner of Moon Meadows Farm Retreat, which is absolutely beautiful. I checked it out online, amazing, where she joyfully cooks and, consults with, say that again, Ayurvedic health.
I do Ayurvedic health coaching. Mm-hmm.
Health coaching, and teaches yoga and meditation. Wow. So I can't even wait for you to share, and get into more detail about this. So tell us about, your why. I know you started your business many years ago. So just take us from the beginning, how you got started in all this.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let me say thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here. And I so admire you. I love what you are doing with your business and how you support other women. And you've invited me to come on and talk about entrepreneurship for women, which is like one of my favorite subjects. My partner, my love partner, laughs at me because I've said it a million times. I started my first business when I was 27. I say that all the time. I talk about that business, and I just turned 58. So
amazing.
Yeah. So entrepreneurs are so special. We are glass half full kind of people. We're positive and we see opportunity. And I think there's just such a positive energy in starting your own business and creating your own life, redesigning your own life. Yeah. So thank you for what you're doing to help women do that, whether they work full time somewhere else and are just reinventing themselves, or if to have more confidence and to gain more skills, or if they're really trying to step out and start a new business. I appreciate you, and I appreciate what you're doing.
And I appreciate you as well and what you're doing. Really, you are making, such an impact in the world and changing lives and contributing. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. So take us back. So you said at 27, 28.
When I was 27, I started the business, and I was working in sales for a very male-dominated industry. And I had a boss that was what today would be a walking lawsuit. He was just very much against women and very hard on me, even though my sales were off the charts. And I was so discouraged about this relationship and the difficulties that I happened to go to Europe, my first time in Europe, and I was thinking all those big life thoughts when you get out of your own space of who do I want to be? What do I want to do with my life?
Yeah.
And it just came to me while I was on this trip. And I came home and I quit my job. And I'm not suggesting that everybody should do that, maybe a little bit more planning.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the point of that is that sometimes the challenges and the people that we have the greatest difficulty with can be the catalyst for changing ourselves. And I know that you talk about this and the difficulties of going through a divorce and finding yourself in a place where, your skills are a little rusty, right?
Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
So-
when you find yourself where you didn't expect it. So, and life's very unexpected, right?
Yeah.
Expect the unexpected, right? Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I understand.
So
Yeah.
I just want to encourage people and women in particular that sometimes the hardship is the gift, right?
Yes.
And so that's what led me to start my first business. And I started a training company. It moved into consulting. And then in the year 2000, I reinvented myself again. And I started a .com. When all the .coms were going down, I launched a .com. And then that business started to thrive. And I added on a conference business. And I added on an association. So I had 3 companies, and those companies did great for a while. And then the market crash happened, and I was in an industry that just got pummeled. And, even big corporations lost their businesses. And so I had to reinvent myself again. And at the time, I had started taking yoga classes and became a yoga teacher. And I was doing that as kind of a side gig. And so I was able to slowly convert that kind of business life into starting a wellness practice. So I was teaching yoga, and I started a yoga teacher training program. And then I got certified as an Ayurvedic health coach. Ayurveda is holistic medicine. It uses all natural techniques to heal people. And was doing that for a number of years. And then I was working with a client who I now love so dearly. He's my business partner. His name is Ron, and his wife was actually a client of mine and had gone through 2 of my teacher training programs, and was a longtime student of mine. And she got cancer and she died. And my business partner was so grief struck, and I worked with him through health coaching and spiritual counseling and support. And through a number of years, as we worked together, our friendship grew. And he asked me, I remember this. I remember the day he asked me in 2018, he said, "Suzanne, what do you want to do with the rest of your life?" And I said, "I've always wanted to have a yoga retreat center where I can have this container to take people through transformations and give them, this beautiful property to have healing, right?" And he said, "I want to help make that happen." So we found this property in West Virginia, 36 acres, and I launched, we bought it, and we bought this beautiful, stunning luxe rustic farmhouse, and I started doing yoga retreats. And so now I've got this retreat center where not only do I do my own retreats, which is so gratifying, but importantly, I support other women who are bringing groups in, whether that's a yoga teacher or like-minded businesses. And so I have had to learn to pivot throughout my careers and kind of reinvent myself. And so I just wanted to talk about that pivoting a little bit.
Yeah. Because you had first, you went from corporate America to pivoting to .com, like you kind of took the business end of it
Mhm.
And then you got certified in the, say that again. What can I say?
In Ayurveda. Mhm.
All right, Ayurveda. I'm going to get
Uh-huh.
this.
And yoga.
And
Mhm.
yoga, and then the retreat. And I know there's even more. We're not getting to that yet. And then the book, everything. I'm like, and I love how you have to say pivot, because before we, came on to Zoom, we were talking about, as an entrepreneur, sometimes you really just have to pivot. It's just when you see things aren't working, and there's plenty of opportunity to take on new things. So I really love that, how you take it all on. And do you get overwhelmed, or because you are so in tuned and with yoga, you don't get overwhelmed? Because that's what I do. Sometimes when I take on
Yeah.
too much, I get a little overwhelmed. So
Yeah, no, I'm guilty of being overwhelmed like the next
yeah.
person. And I guess,
Okay.
certainly the centering of meditation and yoga has been life-changing for me and does help
Yeah.
me be more centered. But I would be remiss if I if I didn't share the moments of overwhelm.
Yeah.
And of course, one of those times when I was most overwhelmed was the beginning of COVID,
Oh yeah.
because here I started this new business and it was just flourishing and taking off.
Right.
And it was so exciting, and getting bookings all the time and just seeing the vision, come real. And COVID hits. And,
Wow.
and there were moments when I thought, I'm going to lose this business and this is all going to go away.
Yeah.
But the thing that's really, that I just really want to share is that there's always a way,
Yes.
always something that comes through. And I was able to pivot during those times, and and set aside, the yoga retreats were closed for a year and a half. And
Okay.
so, but I was able to work with clients online virtually with
Yeah.
yoga and health coaching,
Yeah.
and to be able to Airbnb our our property, which is really giving the gift to so many people to be able to share all this beauty.
Yeah.
So,
And that's another business, right? So
yeah,
that's another, see how you pivoted, and
yeah,
wow, that's
yeah.
incredible.
And that's been a great business. It's
Yeah, that's what I
really
hear from so
wonderful.
many people with Airbnbs. And it
Yeah.
sounds fun because you have, you get to meet different people, and yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so how about, so tell us about, now you're into doing weddings on your property, right?
Yes. So that
So,
was another little
okay.
pivot, and that was
Okay.
more strategic. That didn't come out of something bad
Okay.
happening or an
Okay.
obstacle in the
Got it.
way. That was really more of looking at how do we share this property with, in still staying to the core values and who we want to attract,
Yes.
um, but also having a little bit of diversity financially. And
Mhm.
also what I was finding is I was getting burnout doing yoga retreats every weekend, because
Yeah.
you're holding the space for people to
Yes.
really have emotional transformations a lot of times.
Mhm.
And I do all the cooking, and you know, and so it was a lot of work. So it's also honoring me by choosing to step into the rustic weddings of having a little bit more self-care, a little bit more balance with my life while still staying true to the mission, and uh, and sharing this property with love. So
Yeah.
and you know what? I was not sure about the whole wedding thing. I thought, we might try this and it might be bridezilla's that
That's
come.
what I was gonna just say, like, bridezilla, no, this, not again.
But you know what? Every
Yeah.
wedding we've had has been spectacular. It's been
Wow.
way easier than I thought. And it just makes me so happy to help people start their marriage together,
Oh,
right?
what an honor to hold that space for them.
Yeah.
And do they usually bring in a wedding planner, or do you become the wedding planner, or how does that
Sometimes
work?
I'm the wedding planner, and I
Wow.
like
Wow.
that.
Oh my,
It's my skill
yeah.
set is to help
Yes.
people in that way.
Well, the
Uh,
events, you've had so much
yeah,
experience with,
yeah.
organizing, and yeah, yeah. Wow.
But and sometimes I just walk away and they have the space, and they bring everybody in themselves, which is
Right.
wonderful too.
Yeah, that's nice. So they
Yeah.
bring their own caterer and everything. You don't
Yes.
cook and all
No,
that,
no,
right? Yeah,
I
yeah.
would
I was
never
gonna
do the
say that's
cake.
a lot of people to cook for. Yeah. Do you have enough room, or do they have to have hotels on the outside?
Well, we have, so we can sleep comfortably in our beautiful accommodations, up to 12 to 14. So it's nice
Okay, good.
because for the weddings, the bride and groom can have their rehearsal dinner on Friday. They can
Nice.
rent it for the whole weekend. They can have their
Yeah.
wedding on Saturday and then have like a brunch for family. So they can do smaller events for their close family and then have the bigger group come in for the wedding
I
itself.
love that when it's like a spread out through the weekend, like a
Yeah.
destination wedding like that. That's awesome.
And honestly, it's
Yeah.
like it's so stressful for a bride to, oh, you have to get in at 11 a.m. at
Oh,
the
yeah.
and then you have to leave at 10 p.m. and you have to
Yes,
come
it
with
is.
your makeup on. That's a stressful way to do it. So
And some of these venues, because my daughter's getting married, they want you to you have to like clean up yourself.
mhm,
It's like, what? Some of the places you just rent the room.
mhm,
That was like, wow, okay. How do
mhm.
you do that after a wedding? I think you
Yeah,
have till the next day, but it's just a lot of pressure to put on
yeah.
your.
That's when you call friends.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, no, but I
You know,
love that and the barn weddings are just beautiful. And you have
yeah.
that beautiful outdoor space. I'm sure people get
Mhm.
married outside and yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's also talk about, I think we've covered all, the businesses, right? Is there anything else that we forgot? With your different businesses that you.
No, but the one thing that I did want to share about my current offerings is that it enables me to really tap into my Dharma, my purpose of why I'm here in this world.
Mhm.
It's really to invite beauty in. And I think beauty is so important right now. I mean, look at you. You were so beautiful. And the way that you
Thank
present
you.
yourself. And we have to find that contrast for the negative things that are happening, all the uncertainty that is happening in this world.
Yeah.
And I think that my real dharma is to help people tap into that beauty, the beauty of the land,
Mhm.
the beauty of small, intimate groups and
Yes.
the transformation, the beauty in ourselves, really,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I also am really, really passionate about supporting other people's dharma too. So, for instance, this morning I had the pleasure to talk to a woman. She's interested in bringing a group here for retreats, and she specializes in racial equity. And that's so. It's like if I can support somebody that is supporting others and training others with that, that just is
Yes.
everything.
Wow. Wow. So what did you say about Dharma? What did you say, Dharma?
Yeah, I said Dharma. So that's really looking
Yeah,
at,
tell me a little bit about that. I'm curious.
yeah, Dharma
Okay.
simply is what's your purpose in life?
Your
And
Dharma.
and
Okay.
that changes, Eileen, right?
Yeah.
So you have children, and I'm sure when your children were younger, I'm not sure how old they are, but when they
24
were
and 25. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
great. So, when they're little, your dharma might be different. Your dharma might be to totally take care of the kids and develop them and make sure that they get off to a great start. And then it changes, right? And then maybe at one point, it's more career focused or focused in on maybe it's taking care of a parent that is dying,
Yeah. So
Um,
true.
so that changes, but
Yeah. Dharma. Yeah.
it's really looking at why am I here? Why am I on this earth? Why am I here? What am I meant to do? What can I contribute?
Yeah.
What can I share? How can I bring positive things into this world?
Right. We all have our own experiences, our stories, our lives like that really can help so many people.
Mhm.
Sometimes we don't, shine our bright light on the world, right? So that is, yeah, we have to remember to do that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the world needs us more than ever, right?
Yes.
I'm just going to look and see if there's any comments. Whoops, sorry. Let me just see. sometimes you cannot see. I'll just say hello.
And I invite questions too.
Oh, here's, yeah, I see Marie. She said, hi, Suzanne. Hi, Eileen. I see David. Hi, Eileen. This is David and Cheryl. They say hello to us.
Yeah.
And there's,
Thank
I
you for
can't see
joining.
everyone, but but if anyone has any questions for Suzanne, please, yes, please leave them in the comments. So I also wanted to talk about your book.
Okay.
So it sounds like an amazing book. So tell us more about that and where we could get it.
Yeah, I wrote a book, and this is for yogis. It's called Hasta Mudras. Hasta means hand in Sanskrit. So you always see like yoga people holding the hand a certain way, that the hand is a reflection, just like reflexology. If you touch certain places in the foot, it connects with the liver, or it connects with a different organ or energetic system. It's the same thing with the hands. And so I studied the system in yoga of postures with the hand and how it can change the energy in the body, help change our thought patterns, help us manifest different things. So it's a fun book. It's very easy. You can flip through, and quickly find something that you want to manifest in your life or cultivate. So it's Hasta Mudras for help and healing. And it's on Amazon. You can simply just search my name on Amazon and put in Hasta Mudra, or just,
on Amazon.
Suzanne Morgan books.
So it has yoga poses too, or is it more like different, is like a
It's
yoga
all
pose,
hands.
how it
It's
will
all-
all hands.
yeah, it's all hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Who would ever think your hands,
Yeah.
doing something? It's just amazing how the body works.
The body is so fascinating. I also wrote a cookbook, which badly needs to be redone because my big passion is food. And I think cooking for people is one of the sweetest things that you can do, is to put your love into food.
That would be a great book about, because really you are like the hostess with the mostest. Like, just because you have, people coming in for your retreats, for the weddings, you're cooking. I mean, you're just creating beauty.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing book, really,
And I'm a caretaker,
And a caretaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So tell us about, all of your services and how you help people, like just a little rundown of everything.
Yeah. So if you go onto my website, moonmeadowsfarm.org, not .com,
And I did put that in the description.
Yeah.
I'll add it again just to make sure we're done.
Yeah. I invite everybody to look at the gallery, because you're going to see we have amazing photos of the rooms and our 36 acres. We have a labyrinth, which is a walking meditation tool that was built with over 2,000 stones from the property. We've got fire pits, and we've got, a trail system around the property. It's really quite incredible. And then the rooms are really high-end sheets. I want people to feel totally taken care of when they come, luxurious experience. Yeah.
I'm ready to pack my bags and come. Wow, that sounds amazing. Yeah. We'll have to get a bunch of ladies to come and have a nice retreat with you. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I do custom retreats. Actually, I do right now. I'm doing mostly custom retreats. So if you go on my website and you look at events, it looks like there's not a lot going on, but actually we're very busy.
Oh, I'm sure. One event takes so much time, never mind when you have several, and then you have weddings in between, and then you're teaching and coaching, and that's a lot. Yeah. Do you have help?
I am getting help.
Okay, good.
I'm getting some key players in there, which is really good for me. But so I am happy to customize an event. It could be, you're turning 40 and you want to bring all your girlfriends, would be wonderful. Or if you want a yoga retreat with your friends, or it could be a group of guys, that's all good. But I also love supporting other yoga teachers that bring groups in. And some of those groups I'll do the cooking for. And sometimes, they want to do their own cooking and have their own space, which is fine too. And then also we offer up the property for rustic weddings during the I'd say through May, May through the end of
October,
October.
November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
love the rustic weddings. So that's really in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I've really been thinking about, because I'm constantly growing the business and growing what I do, is I've learned so much in the last few years with developing this retreat center that I actually want to do coaching for people that have this same idea.
You could
And
be the coach for that. I'm telling you. Top coach.
yeah.
Wow. So, and then what would that entail? Just how to, for them to be able to, how to host a retreat, like say at their home or somewhere, right?
Well, to develop a yoga retreat center. So how to do that, how to
Yoga
make it
retreat center. Okay.
profitable, how to start a business like that. What are all the considerations?
Yeah.
How to set it up, how to market it, and
Wow.
all of that. So it's funny because I'm getting some requests for that. People are really seeing that it's a great opportunity for kind of intimate groups to get
Oh,
together.
yeah.
And I think retreat centers are really have a place right now in our world with everything that's happening.
Yes. Yeah. Especially just to like clear your head, to go away, not even just to go away with girls and have fun, but like what you offer there,
Yeah.
just everything. And ooh, sounds amazing. So, so I think we went over everything, right? Is there anything else, like any services or anything that you'd like to share before we share our words of wisdom section?
Yeah, words of wisdom. Yes,
Okay.
words of wisdom. I would say jump, right? Jump into it. And I think that there's always a balance between being prepared. It's funny because my girlfriend and I talk about this sometimes. It's like some people aim, 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 and never fire. Right. And you also don't want to fire, 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 fire without any aim. So it's like an aim, fire, aim, fire, aim, fire. And realize that you don't have to know everything
Yes.
to start.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't. I did that same thing. What was it? 2018. I was 2 years, I was hosting events and coaching on the side. I was working full time and I went all in. And then I was like, I had this launch party. I declared it and I'm like, oh no, what do I do now?
Yeah.
But I did get a business coach and I was I was in a training and development program. So I had my support, but it was scary because I just jumped in.
Yeah.
But it's good because otherwise, if I know I would have planned it and I may not have done it. Right. So that's how you learn when you start really doing it and being in that world. Right. Yeah.
And I think there's so much support out there too.
Oh,
I mean,
so
there's
much support.
coaches,
Yeah.
but also other entrepreneurs, women supporting women, I think is really
I'm in some of
important.
those groups. It's amazing because really we can all relate to each other.
Mhm.
As entrepreneurship, I mean, I hate to get into a story about it, but it is a little bit of a roller coaster at times, right?
Mhm.
And it's nice to have other people like when they have their bad days too, just like when you're a job, it's the same thing. You have your good days and your bad. And yeah, it's nice to be able to support each other, especially because we don't have other coworkers, right? So it's really good to have other entrepreneurs for support. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So anything else that you want to share? I mean, just jump in.
I just
I love
invite
it.
people, if you're curious, check out our website or call me. I love having conversations. I'd
Yeah.
rather do that than do, quick little emails. I'm
Yes.
interested in people and want to learn, who you are and what makes your heart sing. But I'm also here to support and help people. So if there's
Yeah.
anything you can do for your audience.
Yes. And I love that how you said, talk to you because so much comes out of a conversation. We get to know someone, like anything can be created out of a conversation, right? And you just don't get that in a text or an email. There's just something, so that's really beautiful. So and I could see your love of people.
Yeah.
Just amazing. And you're really are making such a big impact and a difference. And you're just doing beautiful things in the world and making so many people happy. And healthy. And so I don't see any questions, But if you have any questions, leave them, or even on the replay, and Suzanne will be checking.
Mhm, I
I'm going to
will.
leave Suzanne's website. You have to check it out. Absolutely beautiful. The retreat center and the space for the wedding, unbelievable. So, and all her good stuff she's got on her website. So, and thank you for being my guest tonight and sharing, and, you know, all the value you provided us. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Thanks,
Namaste.
Suzanne. Bye, everyone. Thanks for
Bye.
joining
Bye,
in.
everybody. Have a nice
Bye.
evening.